let them fucking out.
Well, you want to talk about the Bucks?
Dude,
Do you want to legitimately talk about this?
Yes. Because here's the thing. People come in fucking sleeping on the Bucks.
Yeah.
And
From the start, from all year.
From all year.
From the beginning.
Hey, they're the number one team in the league.
Let's start off by saying that they were going to say Boston Celtics were going to be...
Yeah, Boston Celtics number one for sure.
For sure. Who's beaten this team? That's what they said.
Toronto's number two for sure. And then
some person's going to slip in.
They said either third place is going to be Philly or the Bucks. They did give us possibly
but they're most likely the Bucks.
They're heavily like going towards Philly.
Then throughout the season, the Bucks are like crushing everybody.
They're doing good. They're like, but they're not better than Toronto.
Not even
they beat Toronto 3-1.
What without Kawhi first? They beat them, and they're like, well, Kawhi wasn't there, but Giannis was out again. Then they beat them, 3-1 throughout the season. Yeah. And what was bothering us is like week by week, the Bucks just kept doing progressively better.
Like
and
shooting,
they're just constantly talking about like
second best 3-point shooting team in the league.
They talk about like the 10th seed like Lakers all year.
Yeah, and literally we are never on the headlines. We blow out the fucking Clippers first round.
Yeah.
Wait,
no, Detroit Pistons.
Detroit Pistons.
Yeah.
We blow out the Pistons first round.
Still, nobody's talking about it.
Nobody's talking about us, which is fine. Because the Pistons suck.
People talk about it, but it's not the major story.
Without Blake Griffin, worst team in the league.
Yeah.
Or not in the league, but in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, So they just they attribute it like, obviously they're gonna.
And then going to Boston, they're like,
the Paul Pierce thing.
Bucks might take it.
Yeah.
Maybe Celtics might take
Celtics,
it. And it was like 50-50 going into it. We lose the first game.
Lost game one at
Number
home.
one seed loses the first game. And they go, oh, yeah,
the series is over.
Yeah,
which is also...
series is over.
It's crazy to me. It's a 7-game series. I don't understand how anybody can be justified and be the whole thing's over.
Especially a number one seed. And then
what bothers me is it's not outrageous to say I'm gonna favor the number one seed to come back. But that's not a crazy thing to say.
Because even after back to that them downplaying everything, they take number one seed by far, which is fine. Okay, Golden State doesn't play hard because they have for sure the best lineup in the league, starting lineup in the league for sure.
Yes,
and they're like, oh, but the Bucks are going to go into the playoffs and they're just going to forget how to play basketball. That's a thing. That's not a thing. You don't just go in. Okay, I get it.
They have some people 50 are more double-digit wins this year, don't they?
Something crazy.
It's crazy. Such an outrageous stat.
They had.
I don't know the exact stat, but
the
stat
amount of
is
20 ball games that they had, the amount of 20 plus wins. If they were to not win the finals this year, which is possible for them
it would be the first time
in
NBA history.
First time in NBA history that somebody wins by 20 plus points in that many games. I think it's 25 games or something.
That many games.
I think we had 26 games winning by 20. And if we were to lose the finals,
it's the first time in NBA history.
It'd be the first time in NBA history
that's ever happened when a team's been that dominant in the regular season.
The 96, 97 Bulls are a team that have done that.
So
they're just downplaying. We lose the first game.
Everybody's downplaying the regular season as if these professional athletes, all they do is compete, and they're all every single NBA athlete has been the best person in their on their fucking
and that shit.
On their team, right? So they've always been competitive, and I don't understand how analysts say nobody takes the regular season serious. These are I know that it's not as important as playoffs, but they're all trying to win.
You're telling me that not everybody wanted to play against the Pistons?
Yeah,
everybody wanted to play against the Pistons, so clearly they were fucking trying. Whoever the last seed is,
I can get a couple games are off, but
I get Toronto, Golden State, Houston Rockets, and the Bucks are all close.
Yeah.
Although they're a little bit off, I wouldn't say because we're the for sure 100% favorite in that group because of our wins. But we're also above everybody else that isn't in that group of the Golden State, Houston Rockets, Bucks. Toronto.
Do you know why I think people have this mentality of regular season doesn't matter? I think it's because of LeBron, because he how often does he get the first seed?
Not often.
I know it's rare, right? Yeah. And then he's typically goes into the finals. Yeah. I think it's just people have had that mentality.
That's a different, because every team that he's been on besides the Heat, it's come down to him.
Right.
And if he's just going to play hard as shit in the playoffs, then that has an impact.
Right.
But when you have a team of, how many players do you think the Bucks have that are just solid players it's probably 7, 8 players that are all like
their starting
good.
5 are all like solid. And then we have like probably
probably
3 solid bench players as well. Yeah.
Very solid bench players.
Like Giannis is probably top 5 at least. Like without like being like super biased, top 5 in the player. In the league.
And then like going straight to statistics, like where you got Giannis, you have probably top player, possibly MVP this season, and then you have like a team that's number 2 in 3-point shooting, like with the player like Giannis who doesn't take 3 points.
Right.
So our best player doesn't even take 3-point shots, but yet we're the number 2 team in the league in 3-point shots. Whereas the number 1 team, Houston Rockets,
right,
their best player, also possible MVP, James Harden, predominant 3-point shooter.
Yes,
like one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. So there's a reason why that number is like that for them. Whereas ours, we have the supporting cast around Giannis, which is good. So then we go back to losing game 1. They say that we just are going to lose it. We go on a 4-game win streak.
Right, which is it's basically a sweep.
And we beat them.
Yeah.
And okay, they're going to finally talk about the Bucks now.
Right, yeah, finally. Now they're gonna respect them.
No. Kyrie lost that series.
Yeah, they're like,
we didn't win it,
dude. Yeah, I know, it's weird. It's like it becomes like the narrative is now Kyrie's leaving Boston. He didn't fit in Boston. He just didn't fit.
Yeah, that's all it comes down to. Which it's really annoying because like people are going to be like, oh, you're just thinking that because you're from Milwaukee. But no, I legitimately look up on YouTube every single game.
Yeah.
And I scroll through to find like I look up Milwaukee Bucks, try to find people talking about us. It's like not if we're brought up, it's like Kyrie Irving in the title, and that's like what it is. So I'm looking that up. Nothing. Like it's just all straight Kyrie.
I get it, right? We're a small market team, but like at this point, you have nobody else to talk about.
Yeah, like you got to talk about it because we're doing well, and then also on top of it, we're in our 8 games that we won.
Yeah.
We have an average of winning by 13 points.
Right.
Against the team that they said at the beginning of the season, which on paper, they looked like they were going to be the best. A lot of people
still think Kawhi and like the Raptors are going to win this.
Which I mean, it's still a good series.
It's still I think it's probably going to go to Game 7.
I don't think so.
You think Game 6?
I think it's more likely that they sweep them than it does go to Game 7.
You think? Oh,
100%.
Well, I don't want to be super biased.
Personally, just because if you looked how tired and gassed Kawhi was, you're not going to get a game like that out of Kyle Lowry again. Like, it's inevitable. Granted, Pascal's going to give you more points, like, probably. But, like, their bench is never going to give them points. They're going to have to play 40 minutes. Like, Game 5, that's going to fucking wear them down if it even gets that far. Like I said, I think they're more likely
Kawhi, chances of Kawhi having, like, legendary games all the time, and then also Kyle Lowry having, like, crazy games is,
it's not as likely.
And then also,
it's not as likely as our players,
because all of our players played like basically shit besides Brook Lopez, including Giannis.
Yeah, Giannis didn't play as good as he should have.
Yeah,
Brogdon had a good game for playing off the bench.
Yeah,
only 25 minutes, had 15 points. You know that he outscored the entire Raptors bench.
Malcolm Brogdon, who's been out for 3 months.
Yeah, by himself, outscored.
I mean,
so like I'm pretty confident in this series. Yeah. It just mind boggles me because at the end of that, well played game, and that. Brook Lopez, phenomenal game, out of this world game that nobody saw coming, defensively and offensively. Yeah. Whereas, Kyle Lowry and
can I pause real quick? This might be the first time we've had like a
serious
conversation,
and it's pretty good.
It's because
we're fucking passionate about this shit because we get heated about the only thing that because we want to be more comedic on the podcast, but this is kind of different because it's gotten
it just makes it angry.
All we do is talk about this when we're on the phone.
Because it's the only thing that we can't talk about.
We don't normally talk about it on the podcast. We're like, we can talk about this whenever on the phone. So we're actually pretty passionate about it. But it's like, even after that game, they should go, Brook Lopez had a phenomenal game. Right. Bucks played well. No, immediately, Kyle Lowry had the game of his life. That's the immediate thing. I get an update on my phone. ESPN update should be, what do you think after
Brook Lopez?
Game? No. Just like at the end of game results, what should it say?
It should say Bucks comeback win off of like Brook Lopez is like amazing.
Or just
game.
Comeback win. Just leave it at that. No. Raptors drop game 1. Not even the Bucks win.
Yeah.
The Raptors dropped it, which is one thing that makes. So initially, I wanted to play against Philly.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my buddies are from Philly.
Yeah.
Which I'd be like, that'd be a fucking fun series to watch.
Yeah. I wanted Raptors for a different reason, but go for it.
In all honesty, I think that'd be a fun series. But I also realize now I would hate it because even if we beat the Sixers,
which we were probably going to,
which we probably would have beat them because. We would have played good defense, and their players, like Ben Simmons, who isn't that good,
most overrated
fucking player
in the league.
He would get shit on,
yeah,
and they would lose the series, and it wouldn't come down to we played good defense and the Sixers end up getting outscored. It would be Sixers lost themselves the series, because like that's what it would come down to.
Egos,
so like at least Raptors, it's you got Kawhi versus Giannis, you got Kyle Lowry, Chris Middleton, which, I mean, Kyle Lowry's probably got the edge most of the time.
Yeah.
I think that Chris Middleton a little bit more consistent.
But the thing is, Kyle Lowry is more of like a known choker.
Yeah. Also,
so, like,
and Chris Middleton
actually is, like, clutch.
Also plays good defense. Played pretty solid defense. I preferred the way that Brogdon was playing Kawhi. He played him very tight, and I liked that a lot all game. But I don't know. It's just amazing to me. Granted, I know even when we win this, right?
Yeah.
Say we sweep them.
Sure.
4 games.
Yeah.
Even though Toronto's, they probably say like top 4 teams they say is Golden State, Rockets, Bucks.
What? Oh, like this season?
And Toronto. Yeah. That's probably their top 4 teams.
Yeah.
Say we sweep the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
Golden State, how many games did they play against the Rockets?
They went to game 6.
They went to game 6?
Yeah.
So even if we blow out this team that's in the top 4 and Rockets went to game 6.
Kevin Durant's out the first
3 games.
Of the finals.
Yeah,
He'll be
first
out.
game of this finals.
Yeah.
But, so, say we blow out the Raptors. Immediately, the talk's going to be about how much Golden State's going to shit on the Bucks.
Yes.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like, yeah, Golden State, don't get me wrong. I'm not fucking ignorant.
Yeah.
But, like, to say that we're going to get fucking shit on if we, like, say, hypothetically...
We have home court advantage, and also Kevin Durant's not playing that first game. We win that,
and we don't know because in an hour or so we're going to find out. Hour and a half, we're going to find out if we even win game 2.
And then we get blown out.
Yeah,
and
we
then,
get blown out.
This whole fucking thing.
This whole thing just goes to shit. And we don't release this episode.
No, yeah, we'll take it down. We don't. Yeah,
we'll take it down. Fucking so that way we just wear different jerseys. We wear Toronto.
Hey, how does it feel?
We re-record it.
We've probably had a better sports segment than that piece of shit Rec League Sports.
Yeah, fucking Rec League Sports. Yo, this isn't even our niche, dude.
We're doing this on the side.
Hey. And you know what also works? Our fucking microphones, dude.
Hey, we can't see you either.
Yeah.
Get a camera. Get some lights.
Where are you, Nikki J? I can't see you, butt.
Where are you, Raw Dog? Where you at, Andrew Seeland?
Where are you, dude?
Speaking of that,
you fucking just doing push-ups to impress the ladies, dude.
You know, after leaving this, we're going out to eat. He's gonna be there.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna have to know about this.